Nearly forgot to record. There we are. Lovely. Make sure you swap direction at some point. Lovely. All right, I'm going to just get you to take one foot in front of the other. You can keep your feet kind of hip distance apart. And we're just going to go side to side here. Soft bend in the knees, moving the torso as much as you need to push that hip out into the side of the socket and get a nice stretch around that hip. Really push it out, guys. Feel that stretch, almost like a pulling feeling over your hip joints. Lovely. And then you can just swap the foot that's in front. And you guys can take some nice cool down breaths, get that heart rate down after your workout. Lovely. Now I'm going to send you wider, guys, into your straddle position. And we'll just push those hips back for 10 good mornings here. Coming to a nice flat back. And just feeling that stretch on the kind of hamstring, maybe inner groin area. Lovely. You can go nice and even wider, Carly. Go wide with those feet, and Mary. Lovely. On that 10th rep, guys, we are going to hang out here first in a flat back position. So if you want to even pop your hands just to your knees, just to even give you a little bit of support here. And push those knees back. So you got really nice locked out knees here. Turn your tailbone back here up to the sky. So like stick it back to really flatten that low back and squeeze the shoulder blades together. And breathe. Lovely, guys. Now I'm going to let you round through that spine or curve. Drop the head and neck. Relax the arms down. Coming into a pancake fold here. We're going to hang out for 60 seconds. So if you want to do a little bit of support with your hands, you can. If you want to go completely floppy in the upper body, but do try to relax the head and neck. Can you guys hear that lovely little tune I have in the background? I'm trying to increase his crate time. And this is what I have to endure.
Are you practicing for your child, is it?
Oh, Mary, at this point, I don't know what I'm practicing for, but I have to start toughening up in some way with him. I'll give him another 5 minutes and then he'll probably grace our presence. Lovely, guys. Excellent stuff. All right, I'm going to take you down onto your mat now, laying on your back. I'm going to just go for a couple of circles here. You can support yourself on your elbows, keeping one leg bent. Let's get one leg straight up in the air. Point the toe, lock the knee. And you guys are going to drop it out to the side as wide as you can. And then circle it down by the floor and back up again. So 10 circles here. Lovely, guys. And keep as much tension as you can and work as much range as you can, especially when you drop that leg out to the side. Keep it as high as possible for as long as you can before you circle it down. So you're going to do 10 on that side, guys, and 10 on the other. I'm just going to let this guy out before he wakes the neighborhood.
Hey.
Very nice, guys. So we're staying down here, guys, for the next one once you've done 10 on each leg. If you want to make your way to a wall, guys, if you have some free space against the wall, I'll get you to bring your hips as close as you can with your legs up against the wall. If not, you can do it in the middle of the floor. It just means you don't have anything to kind of rest those heels on. Lovely. So I'm just going to get set up here. So I'm coming to that lying position. Legs are straight up, 90-degree angle at the hip, meaning my ankles are over my knees and over my hips. So it's a little bit more comfortable when I rest my heels, but I'm going to lift my heels off the wall and we're going to go for 10 open close here. All right, and again, bringing those feet as wide as you can here, pausing for a second, and then back to the top for 10. All right, off you go. Very nice. Again, trying to work that range. So when your legs open, see if you can pull them actively with those muscles a little bit wider each time. Good. T, keep those heels up over your hips if you can. Lovely. On your 10th rep, guys, I'm going to leave you in that open position. So coming into a nice wide straddle. Lovely, guys. We're going to hold here for 2 minutes, but we're going to do a little bit of active stretching in this position. All right, so just get everybody set. Lovely. If you are against the wall, guys, I do want you just to keep those heels off the wall for a moment. Good. Let the weight of your legs hang heavy here. I'm going to get you to take your hands just above your knee on the inside. Lovely. And we're going to do a little bit of an active stretch here. So I'm going to get you to try and close your legs while putting opposite pressure with your hands, trying to keep them open. We'll do for 20 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, off you go. So trying to close the legs, using your adductors to pull your legs together, but pushing them away with your hands. Keep going, 10 seconds. For the last 5, we'll try and increase the intensity. Here we go. 5, 4, big squeeze with the legs. 3, 2, 1, and now pull your feet even further apart. So for 10 seconds, actively pull just with all the muscles in your legs. Open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just stay where you are. All right, you can just kind of relax here a little bit. If your heels are on the wall, let them rest. T, it's tough when you don't have the wall because your core is almost having to hold those legs in position. Could you even go in front of the radiator there?
I just keep getting caught in my hips even when I do it.
Oh, you're getting a cramp?
But you know, they just kind of like, no, I don't like what you're doing.
Okay, how about you do it with a little bend in your knees? It'll take a bit of pressure off.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Think of more like happy baby style even. So you're still getting that stretch, but it's just less intense. Lovely, guys. We have about 45 seconds to go, and we're going to do that our active stretch one more time. So take your hands to the inside of your knees. I know this is a tough, long one. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So actively try to close those legs. And this actually takes a little bit of pressure off. Pressing away with your hands. It's okay if the legs close a little bit. Feel those adductors working. 10 seconds, guys. And let's increase for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pull those legs wide for 10, 9, 8, just using your leg muscles, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, we got 30 seconds left here. Just chill, just hang. Told you, Philly, I made it relaxing.
Nothing chilling about this.
It's not as bad as the frog, though.
The quads fall very heavy.
Very nice, guys. Last 10 seconds here. Just take a nice deep breath. Beautiful. And before we come down, guys, I just want you to bend your knees into your chest. So stay where you are. Just pull your knees. Bring the soles of your feet up to the sky. We'll just take a quick little happy baby pose here. You can give your knees a squeeze first if you want. And then you're going to bring your hands on the inside of those legs, wrap them around the sole of your feet. Lovely. Or if you prefer, just to hug your knees here as well. Very nice. And a couple of deep breaths. Lovely, Nicole. Nice, Carly. Super, Sinead. Good, Philly. I know this one is tough for you. If your hamstrings are tight, this one can be hard. Lovely, Teresa. All right, guys. And when you're ready, you can roll yourself over. Coming just into a little seated pose here. Just get a little rotation through the hips. So get your 90-degree bend at your knees. Feet are in that V position. And you're just going to drop those knees side to side. Trying to stay stacked through the shoulders over the spine. Sitting up nice and tall. And almost leaning into that stretch. So when that knee falls inwards, almost leaning towards it to get that stretch. All right, guys, so whichever side you want to rest on, I'm just going to stay here for a second. I'm focusing on this leg or knee that's falling inside. So I want you to try and rotate your shoulders so that they're perpendicular with this leg. Hands to the side, and you're just going to give me 10 little pulses here, trying to get that chest out towards that knee. All right, it's kind of a pinchy little pain or stretch right into the crease of the hip line here. You'll feel less pressure on that bum cheek, but think about pressing it down into the floor. All right, we'll just hold here for 10 seconds. Again, you won't get very far into this forward lean, but you should feel that stretch. Lovely, guys. And I'm just going to take you straight over to the other side. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a little different variation in our pigeon here in a minute. So again, turn those shoulders out towards that knee that's fallen inward. And again, those 10 little pulses. If I even give you a side view here, you can see how little I can lean into this. It's a very tight position. And take your 10-second hold then. Very nice, guys. And release. So we're going to start in a seated pigeon today, and then we'll take it down to our backs. So just coming into your pike position here, take just a soft bend in one knee, not too high. And we're going to, or you can actually leave it flat, might be easier. So we're going to cross the other foot. Your ankle should be just slightly above your knee position here. Very nice. And you don't want it too far across, so make sure it's just your ankle that's in contact with that leg. Place your hands behind you guys. You're going to act here as kind of a stable support. And then you're going to pull that knee up. Coming into your seated pigeon here, block yourself with your hands and push that chest forward if you can as much as possible. Coming into a nice pigeon stretch. So everyone should be feeling this. It's not even, well, it depends where you're tight. You might feel it more in your glute. I actually feel this more into the kind of crease of my hip. And some deep breaths. And while you're here, guys, just check if you're like hunched over or collapsed down in your spine. I want you to use your hands to push yourself tall. Give yourself a nice long neck here. Shoulders drawn back and down. And while you hold there, guys, I just want you to take eyes on me. From here, I'm just going to let my knee and foot fall out to the floor. Nothing moves. All right, and I'm in that kind of pretzel style. Perfect. So if you can follow me there, I'll show you one more time. So here I am. And just let that knee and foot fall to the floor. Very nice, guys. You're in that pretzel. And then if possible, you can take your hand or your elbow across that knee and just take a little bit of a twist here. Philly, twist the other way for me. Other hand comes, yeah. There we go. And from here, guys, just one more thing. I want you to hug this knee that's in front. So I'm going to wrap both my arms around it and just pick it up as tight as you can. Sit tall, pull it to the body, give it a good tight squeeze here. And that should get right into that glute. Really wrap those hands. Get your elbows all the way around and pull it to your chest, and then think of a tall posture. Lovely. And we'll release. Okay, you can shake that out, and we're going to do that same little sequence, 3 stretches on the opposite side. So starting with your ankle bending up on top of your knee. Hands behind you for support, guys, and then pull that knee up. Woo! And just for me, this side, I can feel the stretch in a totally different place. So on my other side, it was more into kind of my hip crease, and this is right in the belly of my glute. So just showing different tightnesses on different sides of the body. And I feel way tighter here. Can even see that my upper body, my torso is like leaning back a lot more. I'm finding it hard to actually sit up tall, but my hands can support me. Lovely, and breathe. As you relax, guys, if you can lean in a little bit more with the chest, do so. Okay, and then when you're ready, we're just going to drop that knee and foot out to the side. And then see if we can take that little twist here. And again, you can use your hand if you find it difficult to get the elbow around the knee. Nice, Philly, there you go. Lovely. And then our last one here, guys, I'm going to wrap up that knee, pull it up to my chest. The foot can come with you, so nice and high. I don't care about the leg that's on the ground. And just give it a big, tight squeeze as you sit as tall as you can. Excellent, guys. Great stuff. So we're going to finish on our backs in our, I don't know what people call it, but like the crossover stretch. This can often target your kind of pec, bicep area or your glute lower back. So I want you to find the position that targets your glute and lower back the best. All right, so I'm lying flat on my back, take my knee to 90 degrees, and then I'm going to draw that knee across. So I'm probably going to keep this knee floating and keep both my shoulders on the ground to get more into my glute here. But if you feel like going a little bit further and lifting the shoulder off the ground, if that gets more into your glute, low back. So I want you to kind of discover for yourself where you feel it more. Or if you're super tight in the upper body and that's what feels good to you today, that's fine too. Lovely. And you can play around with the position of that bent knee. If you pull it a little higher towards yourself, see where that shows up. Or maybe you drop it down towards your hip or slightly under. Lovely, guys. We're going to hang out here for a minute. This is our last stretch of today's class. Let's get some nice deep breaths while you're here. Lovely, guys. 20 seconds. Okay, when you're ready, come back to your back and take it over to the opposite side. So nice, relaxing finisher for us today, Philly. Lovely, guys. We'll hold for 30 more seconds. And again, you can move around in that position if you want to just kind of find where it's tight for you. Lovely, guys. And that is you guys all finished.